We're rated 1591 in puzzles. Black to move, and we have a checkmating idea. This should be checkmate right here. Alright, black to move. For checkmate, I'm seeing a simple queen just goes to... Queen takes on c1 and then just walks. Basically walks toward checkmate. Oh, nope. Good thing I assessed the board. We have bishop h6 defending the rook. So what I'm seeing now is we have a bunch of rooks over here, so I think we can do queen to f2. I hear f2 is usually a weak area for the pawns. So yeah, I think queen to back off the king. King goes to h1, and then yeah, we sacrifice the queen for the rook, the bishop, and our r2 rooks end up. I think that works. Let's see. Bishop, rook, rook, rook. And the king will be here the whole time. Yeah, that's what it is. Put pressure on my king to capitalize on your advantage. Pressure on the king. First thing I'm looking at is rook to h7, but we also have queen to e4, or we have bishop to... Oh wait, no. That's that's the black pieces going against their own king. Traitors. All right, so we're white to move. Okay, we are white to move. Yeah, I would say this right here, but the black queen is protecting the g7 square. We could do this. King has to go down to h6, and then yeah, then we could go here, and that's checkmate. I think that's the idea. Oh no, we can't go there because the bishop on e6. So we have king to e7 or queen to e7. King can go up or down. I suppose at that point we could take the bishop. But then he can just put me in check. So that's we need more forcing moves. Okay, this right here would be... Nope, that's why the rook's there. h5 is forbidden. Defended by the pesky rook. Yeah, I mean we could win the bishop. But that doesn't do anything really, because that allows him to put us in check. And it could easily turn into a checkmate. I do think this is a solid idea. Let's try it. Yeah, that's it. The idea is just to just to get a bishop. Okay, white to move. We got a checkmate. Yeah, we got some good stuff over here. So, we have a queen, a rook, and 2 knights. Queen, a knight, and 2 rooks. So, this will be, if we can just move this knight, that'll be checkmate. So, the beauty of this is when we do this, he's in check, so he has to deal with that, and then we can deliver checkmate. So it was a knight sacrifice. Okay, we're gonna win a rook. We have a queen, a rook, and all of our minor pieces. And opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, and all their minor pieces. So we have a lot of pieces looking up here to win a rook. A lot of stuff. This is honestly a key pawn right here, I'm seeing, because of what we have looking at it right there. So yeah, since this square here is, since f7 is being attacked by the queen, I think we can take the rook with this. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I knew I was being a little bit hasty, actually. Yikes. Okay, so we want to... Ah, I'm an idiot. Is it this? Put him in check? Yeah. I am ridiculous. But now what's the idea? Oh, okay. It's take with the bishop, take the knight with the bishop. He takes, I fork. Dang, wish I would have got that one. Okay, checkmate. Black to move, checkmate. We gotta put him in check. So we have 2 rooks, a queen, 2 minor pieces. He has 2 rooks, a queen, 4 minor pieces. But we can still checkmate. I'm seeing this right here. Only issue is this h3. So okay, let me explain. We can take the queen out of danger and put our opponent in check by going queen f2, defended by the knight. His only option is to go king h3. And then it's checkmate when we do g3, queen g3. Nice. Calculate for checkmate. All right, so we have a queen, a rook, and 4 minor pieces, all our minor pieces. And our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, and all their minor pieces. And when I say minor pieces, I just mean the things that are above pawns but below rooks. I don't know if that's proper chess terminology or not. I like this. We can definitely calculate for a checkmate there, but I think really the checkmating idea here is probably queen. Queen to c2. I mean, we could definitely win a rook like this, I would say, probably, but we don't want to do that. We want to put queen on c2, king has to move over to E1 to the E file. It's funny, no piece in the board can do this. It's totally foreign to chess. Or this. That is totally illegal. Let's see. Queen C2, King E1. All our pieces are tied up beside that. Then the knight can go and I think we can just win like this. King further runs over here. And queen can just take the bishop. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, black to move. Checkmate the white pieces. So we have 2 rooks, and white has 2 rooks and a bishop. His rooks are connected, as are ours. His bishop is looking at our rook on the B8 square. Oh yeah, simple checkmate would just be rook to A5 because then king has nowhere to hide. Okay, white to move. Checkmate. We have a queen for a queen, rook for a rook. We have 2 bishops, but our opponent has an extra rook. So, and they have a couple more pawns than us. All in all, I think they're a pawn up, maybe. For a checkmate, yeah, this should be pretty easy. We have a lot of stuff, a lot of pieces. We want to do forcing moves just because of how close our opponent is to our king. Like that would be checkmate. So they have checkmate in 1 if they get a move. So we have to do forcing moves. First forcing move would be really the only forcing move would be queen to G7 or queen to F7. I mean, he takes with the rook. We take with the bishop, and then we bring our pawn, or we don't take with the bishop. Yeah, I think we just go queen to F7 and then the rook to D8. So the idea is we take the pawn, put him in check. Then he does have to put his rook down. We put our rook up, and then his rook is pinned at that point. He can't go back up because that would be a discovered check. So that's the idea. So take with a queen and put the rook up. Queen doesn't do anything. Okay, win game with checkmate. We have a queen and 2 rooks. Our opponent has the same. Checkmate should be easy. I'm seeing the same idea here. Take the F7 pawn, rook takes, and we're protected, except this time instead of being protected with a backup bishop, we have a sniper rook. Of course, we can't use this one because it's pinned. Okay, we find out how to win black's rook. We have a queen, a rook, and 3 minor pieces. Black has, oh, we are black. So that's what our opponent has. Queen, rook, 3 minors. We have queen, rook, 1 minor piece. So we're going to win the rook. Preferably with a forcing move. He wants to take our queen. Right now, what's the problem with this right here? What I'm not understanding is, okay, what looks good is queen to h4. Looks up, you know. But the bishop blocks. And then we're back to nothing. This is an idea to fork the rook and the king, but I can't get the king over there. Oh. I mean, it's the idea to bait the king? That doesn't sound right, because he could just not take. Of course, if he took, then we'd be able to fork him with the queen. No, we couldn't, because this bishop here, so it can't be that fork. So I'm thinking this is the right idea right here. Put him in check, but then he just goes up with the bishop. This doesn't make sense. I'm not seeing this one. Queen to h4. Bishop blocks on h2. I don't see it. I don't see it. Next move, we're in check with this queen on b3, taking the d pawn. Of course, we could just take, but we don't want him to give us check, which tells me we need to do a forcing move. Which forcing move? The only one that allows us to keep our queen, I mean. So he blocks like we thought. And now I'm seeing an idea where we we use the bishop as bait. But why in the world would we do that? Why would he take it? Because that just wins him that just loses him a rook. So he wouldn't do that, surely. That would be a ridiculous puzzle, wouldn't it? We're supposed to win a rook. I don't see how we can win a rook like that. Oh, wait. Well, no more forcing moves. Well, I guess we do have a forcing move, but that's just crazy. Doesn't make any sense. What I'm thinking is this, and then take. But that's not winning a rook. That's just checkmate. Yeah, this does not make sense to me. There's something else here. I guess we pick up the free pawn and attack the rook. Dang it. Nope. I am not seeing this one. Oh. Of course he moves to avoid the checkmate. Of course. Gosh, I should have thought of that. Like, if I could put him in checkmate, why wouldn't I put him in checkmate? Stupid. Alright. Alright, do I take the bishop? Probably just go here. We kind of have the fork we wanted, we just don't have our piece where we want it to do the fork. We can do a few things. We can put him in check again. Then he just goes there and we kind of lost our position. So we probably don't want to do that. We probably want to move here. He moves there. Oh, okay. We move up. King has to move here. We win the rook. That makes sense. Yeah, because then the king moves here, and then we move here. He has to move down, and then we win the rook. I could have got that. Okay, win game with a checkmate. Black to move. We have a queen and a rook and a knight. And our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, a knight, and a bishop. And our king is out like a fool. How did he get out there? We're gonna win this game with a checkmate. We can do this. Queen to e2. Got to be careful because the bishop on b4 is looking at that e1 square, so we don't want to go all the way with the queen. Yeah, so this is a simple, back up the queen, back up the king, and then go for the queen sacrifice, and then the rook comes in and delivers the final blow. Yeah, that's the idea there. King moves back. Queen tries to deliver checkmate, sacrifices itself for the bishop, and then the rook comes in and delivers the final blow. Black to move. We need to win material. We have a queen, a rook, and a bishop. Our opponent has a queen and 2 rooks. Our kings are on the h1 and h8 squares. The one benefit we have is our queen and our rook are connected, whereas our opponents are not. They're all in disarray. So we can just take a rook. Then he can take a bishop. So that might not be the way. I mean, we still win 2 points. So it's an idea. It's 2 points. Is that what it wants? Is that what we're supposed to do? I think this could work. Yeah, that's the idea. Get the queen to move. No, because he could just move there and defend the piece before we take it. Oh, but if he moves here, hang on. protect the bishop, because we don't want to do a trade and lose the bishop if we can keep it. So protect the bishop while attacking the knight, the king, the queen. Queen goes down. Our queen goes up. His queen goes back up to defend. We take the rook while having our bishop defended. Oh, of course, that just leaves our queen vulnerable. Wow. Okay, well that was better. That was a better idea that I did not see. Alright, black to move. Checkmate. We have a queen and 2 rooks, as does our opponent. Queens are looking at each other, and the rooks are just doing their things side by side. Oh yeah, we have great stuff here. His queen's defending that h3 pawn, but I think we take this queen. His pawn takes our queen. We deliver checkmate. That's what I'm seeing. Nice. Okay, black to move. Find the game-ending idea. So we have a queen and a rook and 3 minor pieces. Our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, and 4 minor pieces. Game-ending idea. I see a check right here. Being defended by our knight, but then he could take the knight. Right here is really nice because I fork his rook and his queen. If he just moves his queen, we take the rook. But that's to win a rook. That's to trade a knight for a rook. We should get checkmate somewhere. That's checkmate. Nope, it's not. Oh, we also have to remember, so this might be right because he cannot, well, yeah. He can't take this because our bishop is defending, and he can't go there because the queen is still attacking it. Can't go here because the knight is attacking it. And of course he can't go here, here, or here because that's where the queen's at and the queen's defended. So this is checkmate. Okay, white to move. We have a queen and 2 rooks and all our minor pieces. We have all of our pieces essentially, except for a pawn. Our opponent has same. Let's see. We take a rook. Looks pretty straightforward to me. Okay, can you find a way to win material from me? And we're black to move. We have a queen and 2 rooks and a bishop. Our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, a bishop, and a knight. Some connected pieces here. If we just want to win material, let's think about this. Probably, we need to probably use the forcing move. We've got the king blocked in pretty good. This pawn on d5 has something he might be able to do. Sacrifice himself, that's what he can do. We could win 1 point, I suppose, if we go here. His queen takes, we win a point. Because my rook and my bishop add up to 8 points, and his queen is worth 9 points. But that's just a point. I don't see him putting me in check or anything this turn, so this first move does not have to be forcing. This is really solid right here. I mean, that's really solid right there. The knight is in trouble. I'm not seeing this one. I'm not seeing this one. Doesn't seem right. I guess this is a matter of trapping his knight right here on queen to g8. Puts pressure on his knight, and anywhere it goes, it doesn't take damage there. It can actually go there, but anywhere else it goes, it's in serious trouble. Let's see, it can go here. That poses no threat. And so it would just be a way to disconnect our rook and our queen, which is not desirable, not what we want. We have no forks. Doesn't look like we have any forks. I'm thinking we could put our queen to h5. Do a queen trade, but why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense. This is the best, the only thing I can think of. It seems to be the best because at least then we win 1 point. Wow. We have to take this, right? We just have to. Oh, and then we fork the knight. I knew the knight was gonna... What? Oh, why take the knight when you can take a rook? Man, so close with that one. That's okay.